Welcome to Floating Leaf Tea Podcast. My name is Shiuwen.
And this is Noah.
Hello, Noah.
Hello.
Today, I guess, pretty exciting.
Very exciting. Extremely exciting.
I think a lot of you guys are waiting for a long time, and we too. And I actually couldn't handle the wait, so I expressed in some. I actually took the risk. We just express shipping a little bit of Alishan and Shan because even nowadays with express shipping, we were not sure what is gonna happen actually. But my other 2 boxes of high mountain tea has been on the way. So we are gonna do a comparison podcast today, and hopefully this afternoon we can find some time and put it on the website for you guys. So
by the time this comes out, that means it'll be on the site.
And if you don't get around to purchase it and then just like, what? It's sold out again? Just have a little bit more patience. We just express ship a small quantity, like a few pounds of each tea. Larger quantities coming in. They will be the same tea and they will be in. So don't worry, okay? So anyway, let's proceed. We are going to compare 2000... What year is it this year?
2019 versus 2020.
Oh, perfect. 2020 spring tea and 2019 winter tea. We have just a little bit, like 2 parts worth of 2019 Alishan winter tea left here to, for the purpose of comparison. So you guys can know a little bit what's happening. And then later we'll compare a little bit of Shan too. Depends on how long the podcast is, actually. I like podcasts because we get to cut it. So I'm going to rinse the tea for the bouquet. And as you guys know, I normally don't rinse teas, but today, since I want to compare the bouquet, I will rinse the tea. So 2019 winter.
Okay, let's do this. Okay, I've snapshotted it.
All right.
Let me snapshot the other one.
2020 spring.
2020 is brighter.
Brighter? Let me see. Sometimes they are brighter because they are
newer, right?
They are newer and they are way more fresh, Beautiful bouquet though. Beautiful flowery bouquet.
Let me smell the new one again.
Okay. It is stronger on the new one.
The new one has a sweetness that kind of reminds me of milk candy a little bit.
Sweet and floral. Yay. Oh, and then we are comparing the tea in Gaiwan today. So let's do the winter one first.
Cool.
2019 winter. Here you go. First infusion. The scent is more delicate.
Not as bold.
But as I said, maybe it's because I only seriously have 2 parts worth of a tea left in the bag. So it might actually go a little bit stale. Smooth, a little bit buttery. And let's see the new tea. First infusion, 2020 spring tea. Alishan High Mountain Oolong. There's a little bit of the butteriness too. Feels a little bit more bubbly. But I would say so far last season's tea feels a little bit softer on the first infusion. But this one feels bolder, a little bit more fragrant.
Yeah, that fragrance is big. Nice aftertaste too.
Sometimes a new tea, you can feel like, I feel like the tea is not focused yet because we just received it yesterday. And so we just open the bag and it can be a little bit out of focus actually. So normally if you see our website writing when we have time for it is we do the initial writing and then we'll say after the tea opens up. Sometimes we never get around to it. As you guys know me, my weird working habits never get around to it. So I normally, ask people, but it's just like I ask people to wait, but it's like even including myself, it's so hard to wait when the new season, the new weather pattern, the fresh new tea, you just want to have a taste of those.
It's also kind of fun to see it change.
Yeah. So actually, sure, drink it right now and to see how it actually bloom change or not change can be a very interesting process too. So I guess, yeah, go ahead and buy some.
Just don't drink it all up before it finishes opening.
And observe the change, okay? And since I really can't wait for these high mountains to not come here, so I think the next few high mountain teas, if we place the order, I'm going to spend a bit more money to ship all of them by express. So they can come in roughly, maybe now and then at the same time. And so we can do our fun blind tasting pretty soon.
Sounds good.
Maybe like early July, we can do a session on blind tasting on all the high mountain oolongs. And let's look at this second infusion to see if anything changed or anything developed. Winter season, second infusion. Still maintain that it's soft, delicate. That will be the theme of the tea for me. On the 2019 winter Alishan tea, soft and delicate. The bouquet is on the delicate side too. The liquid it's soft. And let's look at the spring 2021. Bigger, more bubbly, more bouquet.
Yeah, big bouquet.
Quite solid too. Looking forward to it opening up more.
That's the thing is as they kind of get older, they seem to mellow out.
Yeah, to settle down a little bit. And what we mean by older, it can be 2 weeks, it can be a month. You started to tune into, I think, its own, I guess, the nature of the tea. As I say, the tea just came in and, got bump in the air, different changes, the air pressure. I accidentally throw it on the ground, etc. Not throw it on the ground, drop it on the ground. All of those can have an impact on the tea getting a little bit disoriented.
Oh, the aftertaste is really strong though.
On the new tea?
On the new one, yeah.
And so high mountain tea, this kind of fresh, lightly oxidized style, you are drinking the freshness and the weather. And so I seriously understand why we are all so eager to just want to taste what this season has to offer, And this third infusion, I think we are going to do 3 back to back, just for you to hear a little bit of the initial difference between these 2 seasons of the Alishan tea that we got. And but the third tea, the third infusion, I am going to push it a little bit. So right now we are smelling just smell the empty sharing pictures bouquet.
There's a real floral note cutting through in the new one.
But the old one also, it stays there though.
Yeah.
As I say, a little bit, since it's older, it's a little bit faint, but it's actually there. And as you guys already drank the last seasons, it's actually really popular tea in our shop. So to have just, maybe like 10 grams of tea left here, because we took it off the website a while back, because I only have 10 grams left, and I kept it here to compare with the new season's tea. When you kept tea this in such a tiny, small quantity, it goes stale really easily. So right now, I will give it to it. The last season's tea is actually quite a nice tea. Yeah. To be able to, with 10 grams of tea, the strength still shows through. That's good. And so this infusion, we brew it longer. How long? I have no idea. I just know it's longer. And let's see how they handle the brewing. And the liquid shows a little bit darker now. I mean, not dark tea, but darker than previous 2 infusions.
This one has no problem pulling into that long of an infusion.
Winter tea, no problem. And then let's look at the spring tea. Also no problem.
Feels richer.
Richer, yeah.
And doesn't feel like the strong bitterness or
and then the more I push it, the more that buttery creaminess shows up. So I'm looking good at this tea actually. I just feel that right now it's a little bit not focused, which is quite natural for a tea who just show up and the bouquet is there already opening up. The body feels a little bit unfocused. But after I push it, the third infusion, I feel like you can start to see what this tea is turning into. And I think it will concentrate a little bit more, and that butteriness will really unfold. So we will do if we have tea in 2 weeks, we'll update it right up, I guess. Yeah, but actually looking good, pretty solid tea. Yay. Let's move on to Shan then. I think Shan I'm going to just drink these seasons and not compare the last seasons. Because after all, there's in a short session, there's too much high mountain tea to drink. There's not such a thing, Miss Tai. You cannot drink too much high mountain tea. Yes, you can. Also, we already had a tea session before this, so.
Also high mountain tea.
Yeah, also high mountain tea, but from Yunnan, Oolong Shan. Different approach, but still it's a high mountain tea. So I'm feeling already, after T3, it's already high. Okay, I feel like I was rushing through the last 2 teas a little bit. Now this one I'm going to do it slower. We have our sound effect guy here with us at the studio today.
If you didn't catch that was a sound of slowing down.
So I think now it's the quarantine time. Our brain is a little bit wonky.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah, I know. My brain is very wonky.
My brain is wonky too. Woo. That's hot water.
The water is very boiled, so
spitting hot.
It goes a little bit wonky into my tea. Okay, Shan 2020.
Let's give it a sniff.
I just rinsed the leaves, and the bouquet is extremely strong, like stronger than the Alishan tea. It's that strong, you see. Kind of surprising.
Smells good. It's like citrusy.
Citrusy? Let me see. Yeah, still the flower note, I think in the Alishan is a little bit more obvious. Yeah, this one, citrus, and then, I mean, high mountain tea always a little bit floral to me, but maybe fruit is a little bit more dominated. And strong though, really strong scent.
Really bright.
Oh, yesterday we actually just quickly drank them in a bowl style. Just want to see how they are yesterday, and I didn't tell my son which cup is what. I just told him that it's high mountain oolong, and I normally just ask which one do you like. And then, so he quickly go into the Shan the new Shan and the new Alishan, and he just take a sip. He's like, this one is like, what did he say? A beautiful butterfly?
He said it's like a butterfly, yeah.
So here you go. Our new Shan is like a beautiful butterfly, according to my son. First infusion of this butterfly Shan tea.
It's a really bright butterfly.
The liquid feels richer than the Alishan tea.
Nice.
Something about it, really rich.
Yeah, it seems like Shanlin for the last few seasons has generally been a
bolder
in a broth.
In a broth kind of approach.
Yeah.
At least the ones, I'm not saying Shan is always like that. Maybe just the
farmers
that we work with always do it like that.
But this one is not an exception. This is the same. It's bold. I don't know if I'd call it mineral. We always call Shanlin mineral.
But this one, I don't think so. Even last season, I think I was mistaken.
Yeah. Not really any more mineral than the other ones. But it is stimulating. I think that's probably the best way to say it. It's really stimulates salivation.
Just something feels a little bit bolder.
Yeah.
If you want to compare it to the Alishan tea. But for sure, the bouquet, even though initial bouquet feels really strong and bright, but it's not floral though, even on the empty cup or empty sharing picture. Right? It's not.
No, I think of it more as fruity.
Yeah.
Like young fruit.
And the second one, finally the bouquet actually opens. The first one, I think the bouquet got locked in on the surface cup. Very balanced.
Nice.
Very nice. Feels really good. Feels good. But the liquid still, just like the Alishan tea feels, there's something about it feel not 100% concentrated yet. They are still, just like my brain, a little bit wonky. Well, after all, they just came in, chillax. There's such a thing that I always say my tea, some of my teas have very strong jet lag. This one have a mild jet lag, feels unfocused, just a little bit, but you can see behind that, there is that balance in the liquid. And now that aftertaste is really cutting through on the fruit. And maybe this is what I'm feeling like, that kind of salivation. I kind of feel like it's kind of mineral. Yeah. So I'm not sure, but like in the broth, I don't feel it like the liquid. I don't feel this Shanlingxi is mineral, kind of a feeling. But at the salivation style, feels something connected to mineral feeling. If you get what I'm saying, maybe not. Okay, fine.
No, it's like a very specific Shanlingxi style of mineral. It's not like, because there's a Baozhong from Nangang has like a mineral feeling. It's different kind of mineral, and then the old growth Anxi Tieguanyin
also has
mineral,
that
but
rock
it's,
or stone, you know.
But it's nothing like this aftertaste. This aftertaste is more.
Yeah, how do you describe that?
I don't know exactly how to describe it. Well, that's why.
Here you go.
That's why our tasting notes are not very detailed most of the time.
Yeah. Well, here you go. We are low say words. There is a feeling of mineral, but not really mineral-like. No, mineral-like, but not in the broth. It's in the aftertaste. Here you go. Give it to you.
If you can come back and tell us what it is, we'll give you a cookie.
Yeah, we've been eating more cookies in our quarantine time.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm getting my quarantine one. Again, a pound. It's fine. Just a pound.
Quarantine cookie sounds pretty good right now.
I actually want quarantine cake.
That's the problem, is we don't know how to make cake.
Yana, we need you.
Yeah. Yana's sponge cake.
Yeah. The roll cake.
The rolling, yeah, the chocolate roll cake. That sounds good.
A beautiful sigh.
Hey, how about instead of if you can guess, or if you can say what this tea is, we'll give you a cookie? How about if you can give us a cookie, we'll give you some tea?
Yana is like, sign me up.
It's still there in the aftertaste. I'm still watching it. It feels...
Yeah. It's actually quite long finishing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then this third infusion, just like the previous tea, I also push it a little bit, just brew it longer. That's what I mean.
Sounds more dramatic when you say push it.
Push it. I didn't slap the face though. So normally it's the tea turn around
the tea slaps
and
our
then
face.
slap my face. He's turned around and said, "Stop pushing me." You see, my head is a bit wonky.
Yeah, a lot of high mountain tea this morning.
And then we are going to do more tea tastings this afternoon. We got some samples also expressed in. So we are possibly choosing a He Shan and a Alishan. And if I choose one, boom, express ship here, okay?
Sounds good to me. This is the first time I'm hearing about this, by the way. That sounds great.
I work mysteriously. And then what else? We got a Guifei Meiren sample. We got some Baozhong samples from Nangang. Something just called roasted high mountain oolong. A lot of samples. So this infusion, I brew it for a longer time, and the broth is solid, no problem. And the aftertaste is quite fun. Like taste, not so big on the flavor or bouquet, and then boom, aftertaste totally on full. Yeah, I like the aftertaste of this Shanlingxi tea. It's big.
So I don't know if it's just mind tricks. It does feel mineral now in the aftertaste. But
I told you.
We should taste them without knowing what they are.
Yeah.
And then see if it's totally just...
sometimes I think like the blind tasting is totally my mind is talking and tasting the tea. And that's why even though every single time I'm so wrong, I still want to do the blind tasting just to see how the mind played the trick. When I identify a note and I just convince that tea is that one. And then when the results show up, it's totally a different tea.
The thing is, you've been drinking teas from these mountains
really interesting.
For how long?
Don't tell me. Don't ask me that, please.
Enough times that you get it in your head, you know. I've been doing it for, 5 or 6 years now, 7 years now, and I have an impression of what Alishan is supposed to taste like.
Yeah.
I have an impression of what Shanlinchi is supposed to taste like. So I just kind of it gets in your mind, you know.
Yeah. And especially these high mountain teas, their features are very similar. I will say Baozhong is easier because we chose things that are very dramatically, not dramatically, but very different.
Yeah, different
from each other.
Yeah.
So it's easier to nail that down. But man, these high mountains, as you guys did 3 blind tastings with me, my highest score is 33% under correction. So last round was 100% wrong. So in other words, 0%. So let's see what this season will do. Cool. I think that's it. Super exciting. So we are going to close the session pretty soon. And then we are going to use the time to upload these two high mountains on the website for you, and then to taste some new tea samples to decide on the teas. So a lot of work actually today for a Sunday.
Yeah.
And I hope you guys are doing well out there.
Again, the cookie offer is on the table.
or cake, whatever.
Cake, roll
Yeah.
cake.
Roll cake. You
Sponge cake, roll cake.
find a way to give us the cake. We find a way to send you some tea. Oh, sure. But the cake and the cookie cannot be unedible. I mean, not because it tastes bad, it's expire when you get here. So, so maybe the offer is more for people who can drive over here to give us a curbside pickup.
Curbside drop-off.
Curbside drop-off, and we give you curbside pickup tea.
Yeah.
Yeah, so exciting. So I will just quickly give you the flavors I like. Right now, I like raw cake with fluffy whipped cream. Roll in the middle, flavor, and not too sweet, and flavor you can choose. Don't put wasabi in my raw cake, okay? Please. And any mustard related kind of a flavor, it will be just okay. Cookie, I'm actually quite flexible. Just also one more time, not too sweet. A lot of butter is very welcome. And I think I would take, not chewy cookies. I don't like chewy cookies that stick to my teeth, that style of cookies. I'm not a big fan of that. So by all means, you can make molasses cookies, but I just don't like it stick to my teeth.
So there you go.
Okay, that's it. It's
the cookie challenge has begun. Cake challenge.
So just if you are into that, just write to us, tea@floatingleaf.com, so we know that what we are expecting. So once again, the tea arrived, some, only a small quantity, and if that feels really solid and not as focused right now on day 2. Actually, today will be day 1, their arrival. So on day 1, they are not they are not 100% focused yet. They have jet lag, and hopefully in 2 weeks, the tea will be wonderfully focused and concentrated, because I'm actually looking good on these 2 teas.
Yeah, I have a really good feeling about both of them.
Yeah, very solid. And
the butterfly tea and the moth tea.
And the moth tea that is gonna turn into. Can moth turn into a butterfly?
No.
Oh shoot. Okay.
Moth can turn into food. Not for a butterfly though. For a bat.
Oh my god. It's gonna be a cool moth. The coolest moth that you have ever seen. Whatever that means. Okay.
It doesn't really remind me of a moth at all.
Please stay healthy and
it's Mothra. Yeah, Mothra.
Stay healthy and drink good tea, and we'll try to record something without these cookies and moth and butterflies going on the background. We will see you on Monday. Bye-bye.
Bye.